Workflows and summary pages provide a concise view of a large variety of information contained throughout the patient's electronic medical record. These pages are known as M pages. The titles of the various workflow pages, as seen in the menu, vary from specialty to specialty. Most providers have both an acute care section and an ambulatory care section. You can set your view to display one of the two or both. To set the menu default, click on the small down arrow next to the push pin. Select the different view options to determine which one is desired. Select the Set to Default option and choose the desired option. There are multiple different M pages, which are designed around different processes or specialties. The functionality of each of the M pages is the same for the various different pages. Inpatient, ambulatory, ICU summary, discharge process, pregnancy summary, neonate, and demographic M pages each share the same functionality, but not the same content and focus. Depending on the intended use of the M page, the designs are slightly different. You can customize your M pages. M page customization is the same no matter which tab is chosen. Click on the three lines next to the tiny drop-down arrow to the far upper right of the screen. All the available customizations will display. The view layout allows you to change from 3 columns to 2 or 1. If you change to fewer number of columns and then back to more columns, all the sections will display in the fewer number of columns. You would need to clear your preferences or manually move the elements where desired. To manually move the sections around, to rearrange them to fit your personal needs, choose the drag and drop option from the drop-down. Move your mouse over the various sections. Left-click on the section and hold the mouse down as you move it to the desired space. If you're wanting to place it at the end of a section, move the mouse to the space desired, then move it slightly higher until a light dotted gray box is visible in the blank screen. Let go of the section. When you've moved all the desired sections, go back to the customization drop-down and deselect the drag and drop option. This prevents you from accidentally moving the sections around the screen later. Selecting the Expand All option temporarily opens each of the sections. Now the option is changed to read Collapse All. This expand and collapse is a one-time activity. It does not change the default for each section. Components allows you to select or deselect which sections will be viewable on your M page from a predefined list of options. Within each smaller section, rather than the whole page, there's also a customization available. From the customization drop-down located on a single section, choose Color Theme. This opens a color palette to choose a new color for the label bar. Color choices help to draw your eye to the elements you deem most important or to group similar types of sections together, such as vital signs and intake and output. Select or deselect the default expanded options to have the section always open in the expanded mode or always open in the collapse mode. Now let's look at what gets pulled into the M pages. Data that is being instructed to pull into the sections is defined by the system. Not every data point that has resulted is being pulled into the workflow pages. Go to the Results Review section for the most comprehensive list of data. As you look at the vital signs section, note that never more than 3 sets of vitals will ever display on this section, the most recent from today and the 2 previous sets. When you hover over a result, a details window opens showing more information about that result. Each section has a predefined list of look-back criteria for each section. This is one of the primary differences between the various sections. Let's look at the vital signs sections again. In the ICU summary, the list of look-back options varies between 24 hours and 1 week. On the patient summary, a different list ranging between 24 hours and 10 days is available. And on the ambulatory physician summary, the list varies between 1 month and 2 years. Many of the section titles are hyperlinks that take you to the part of the chart where the information resides. If you select the hyperlink, you can return to the M page by selecting the back arrow. If the section has a plus sign on the label, this will open a more specific piece of the chart, such as an ordering window, instead of the orders page. The new order entry section allows you to place orders directly from the M page. If you have saved favored orders and plans, the folders containing those orders will display in this section. Type the desired order name into the search window and select Enter. A large list of available orders with sentences will display. Select one you desire to use. You can change the catalog which is being searched by selecting the option of inpatient or prescriptions within this section. The available order catalogs are defined by the patient encounter type. Once you select an order, it will be placed in the Orders for Signature tray at the top of the screen. When done selecting orders, click on the tray. Choose Modify if order details need to be defined. If the order is complete, select Sign to make it an active order. You can also search for orders and order sets which have been saved as favorites by others. Select the Shared button in the New Order Entry window. Type the name of the provider who owns the favorite. The list of favorite order folders and order sets will display. You can choose any of the items and use them yourself. A different type of page found in the workflow sections are the Admit Clinic and Manage tabs. These are designed to use in the creation of dynamic documentation. The system pulls in various bits of data from the patient chart, such as histories and vital signs. There are also free text spaces to type such things as review of systems or physical exam. The information here can then be used to create a dynamic documentation note. Keep in mind that not everything seen in the pages will become a part of the note. The elements that post to the note are defined by the note template chosen during the Create Note process. If you are using these M pages to create your documentation, after you finish documenting everything you want within this M page, go down to the bottom and click on Create Note. This will take you to a new Note tab where you can define the note type and the template to be used for your note. The remainder of this process would be the same as you've learned in the dynamic documentation video.